Hey guys, Abby here. How are you all doing today? Hope this finds you all doing well. We're kind of back inside. We're getting cold here, so not real excited about that, but it is what it is. Anyway, today we are asking the question, what is normal? Um, that depends. I guess the formal definition of normal is conforming to a standard, a usual, typical, or expected standard. Um, so, with this in mind, you know, who who says that that's normal? Um, is it normal to an individual? Are some things normal to two people? Everyone, society? Who defines normal? And who put that person in charge? Anyway, um, I guess that it more than anything, it depends on your perspective um, and what the subject is. So, in today's video, I'm going to read you a comment that was posted on a previous video about a couple that shared their story in this comment. And they ask if their dynamic is normal. Um, I will read it to you and offer up my thoughts, and I'll let you guys be the judge as to whether or not it's normal. So if you feel it's normal, not to say that it is or isn't, but what your opinion of it is. Put that in the comments, put your vote in the comments. So yeah, let me get started here and we will get into this email. Today we're doing matches. I will say one good thing about doing this indoors is I don't have to worry about fighting the breeze. I'm trying to light up. So here's what they wrote. Excuse me. All these procedures and I still get allergy issues. Anyway, here's what they wrote. What I find really interesting in all these comments is that all the comments relate to the subject about the way you smoke. I'm sure the cigarette is symbolic of something else, so let's address the subject. I'm assuming what he means by that is that a lot of the comments are in regards to the smoking part of the video versus the actual topic and subject of the video. So anyway, he wants to address the subject. When I tell my wife, and I believe this is off of the afraid to tell the video about being afraid to ask for what you want and to tell your partner what you want. So here we go. When I tell my wife what I like, I risk rejection thinking I'm not normal. Here is my personal take, so no cigarette stories here. I have always liked being under control of a woman, and I don't know why. When I was 14, I fancied a teacher at school. She wore a very sexy, tight brown corduroy skirt, and when she walked, her hips wriggled, and I loved it. When she walked downstairs, I could see an inch above the hemline. Well, she busted me, and I knew she dressed like that on purpose to frustrate boys like me. She said to come see her in the classroom, and she said I needed to be punished, and I did. And did I agree? Well, you never say no. So I just said, "Yes, miss, as you do." It was lunchtime, and she said that boys like me needed to be locked up. Each classroom had a very small storeroom for books and pencils, etc. And so she put a chair in there and made me sit down. She then picks up her keys, closed the door, and turned off the light. I was in complete darkness. I heard the keys going into the lock, and I heard it click. I could hear her also lock the classroom door, or close the classroom door and lock it. The thing was, I realized how much I loved being under her control. I spent 1 hour under lock and key. Now I'm married and still like the feeling of being under control of my wife being my mistress. She doesn't like me touching myself. She said my private bits are for her pleasure only. I like that term, private bits. I might have to use that to go with the devil's tango. Anyway, I digressed. Sometimes she needs to stay with our daughter, and whilst she is away, I'm kept under chastity, so I'm kept for her. I don't know why I love it, but I simply do. I bought her a new padlock shaped in a heart. It doesn't click shut, but needs the key to lock it. So we go through this almost euphoric ceremony where she inserts the lock through the pin and then turns the key in the padlock, and then it goes on a necklace. I feel like it meets this need for security I have, that whilst she is away, that she is still with me as her device and lock is on me. We will have a video call at night. She will wave the key in front of me. The other thing is sometimes she feels I'm not attentive to her or simply selfish, and she informs me I'm far more loving when I'm under lock and key. So there are times when she is at home and she simply tells me that due to disrespect or lack of attention, she'll tell me I'm being padlocked. I feel whilst I love it, for her, it's more about what she needs to do, as she has told me she doesn't want to put me under lock and key, but feels she has no choice. As for me, and this is the point, I have a deep need to be kept under control of my wife, as I like her being mistress. Normal? What is normal? So, sounds like to me that you have an overwhelming desire and or need to be kept under control. And chastity does just that for you. It's a way to relinquish that control, to be submissive to your key holder. There are so many reasons why this dynamic has become more and more popular with men. One of them being it's a reminder of ownership, not being able to self-pleasure makes the devil's tango more intense for the man, and I would assume the woman to some degree. It heightens awareness of other erogenous zones, and they become more sensitive. And it also helps them take the focus off of the tango and redirect it, men that is, the focus off of the tango or self-pleasure, and redirects that focus to things like your wife, work, family, things around the house, Um, so those are some of the reasons why men tend to like um, being in chastity. Um, Also, too, you didn't say what kind of work you do, um, but from a psychological aspect, um, typically men and or women really, but more so men who are in high-powered positions that have a lot of responsibility and stress, and they always have to be in control in these positions. A lot of times doing something like this will um, make them, it's a form of them and a way for them to be able to relinquish that control and have that outlet. Um, so that could be another reason, um, amongst many. Um, on the flip side of that, some of the reasons women choose to lock their partner in chastity is it gives the woman a sense of empowerment and control. She's the dominant one and she's in charge. Um, Her partner keeps abusing himself, which makes him, so locking him up in chastity makes him a better lover when the time comes. Um, excuse me. Men tend to become more attentive to the woman's needs and eager to please their partner in the ways that they desire when they're kept in chastity as well. Um, and from a woman's perspective, oral tango becomes better as well, because the man is focused more on her pleasure. So, of course, these are just a few of the reasons for a man to be in chastity. Um, the list can go on and on. I do have a few earlier on videos on the subject. Um, if you want to look through the list of videos, I'll try to remember to put in some of the links to some of the earlier videos that I've done on chastity. If you want to I'll put that in the description of the video so that you can go back and take a look at those, because there are so many more reasons. But in your case, from what I'm gathering from the information you gave us, the chastity, being in the chastity gives you a sense of security and you enjoy being submissive to your wife. I don't know necessarily that she doesn't like putting you in chastity. I feel like her saying that part that you said, I don't want to, but I have no choice, is what she says. I think that might be a part of the dominant role in her coming out. And as to whether or not any of it is normal, well, my vote is definitely not abnormal. Male chastity is on the rise and is actually more common than you think. If you both are enjoying it, keep doing it. Life's too short to not do what makes you happy. And like I said, we all have our thing. That is all I have for you today. I hope this you find it to be helpful for you. I can't talk either. Allergies and I can't talk. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let this guy know what you think. Normal, not normal. Leave it in the comments. And as always, till next time. Love, hugs, and smoky kisses. Bye, everyone.